Start this off by saying, Call Liam La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Chakadash. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well, who taught me this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 male prophets, and shalom to the rest of the 1/3 consisting of men, women, and children. Shalom. So I'm going to be breaking down Revelation chapter 9. I'm going to get right into it. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. The bottomless pit represents Europe. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power as the scorpions of the earth have power. So, if you get stung by a scorpion, 9 times you're going to be in crucial pain, man. Like, some scorpions carry poison with them, man. So if you get stung with a tail of a scorpion, you're pretty much fucked, man. You're pretty much fucked. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna just be real with you. If you get stung by a scorpion, man, you better have Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai with you, because other than that, man, you're gonna go through it. Those locusts are talking about those dogfighter World War I planes. All right. So John in this chapter, he's seeing World War I dogfighter planes that's having a battle, fighting against each other in the skies. Verse 4, and it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which had not the seal of power in their foreheads. So they wasn't going around shooting at the trees or shooting at the grass or anything. They were shooting at the other dog fighters, the enemy dog fighters up in the air, and they were shooting people. All right. Verse 4 again, and it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of power in their foreheads. So the men that did have the seal of power in their foreheads, those are Israelite men who would give birth to a son, would be a part of the 144,000, or the 1/3, the elect. Verse 5, and to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months. Those 5 months represent 5 years, from 1914 to 1919. And their torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he striketh the man. So let's say you was out in a desert, right, and you got caught lacking by a scorpion, and he catch you and he sting you, you're gonna be on the floor rolling around like, shit, damn, he caught my ass. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be in some crucial pain, because scorpions, they carry venom with them. So you're gonna be in some very crucial pain, man. And it was the same way with those people during World War I, man. If you get hit if you get caught up, and if you got hit with one of those bullets, man, that came from out of those dog fighters, man, hey, you're gonna be in some pain, man. Verse 6, and in those days men shall seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. What is that talking about? That's talking about during World War II. That's talking about during Civil War, during Revolutionary War. They didn't have meds, they didn't have painkillers or anything like that. So if you had to get your leg or your arm amputated, man, they give you strong drink, and you will have to thug it out. You will have to go through that pain, man. And it even get as worse as, you know, there's movies about these things where, you know, soldiers lose their body parts and they up in that hospital bed, and they just suffering so much, and they rather have one of their buddies come and kill them to end their misery, to put them out of their misery. Why? Because they're suffering so much and they don't have any kind of painkiller to ease that pain down. So they desire to die, but you know what I'm saying, death flee from them, man. Verse 7, and the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle. You know, so if you go on Google and search up a horse prepared for battle, you know, you will see that the horse have armor on it. And on their heads were, as it were, crowns like gold, and their faces were as the face of men. So back then, during World War I, you know, the Germans, they wore helmets that was either silver or gold. So that's what that's talking about. That's what John saw. John saw those crowns of gold that those Germans were wearing on their heads as helmets. And they had hair, and they had hair as the hair of women, and their teeth were as the teeth of lions. That hair is talking about, if you, like I said, if you go on Google and search up an image of a World War I German helmet, you will see that it got something in the center of it that looks like hair. And the teeth is talking about those bullets that was coming from out of those guns that was on the planes. Verse 9, and they had breastplates as it were breastplates of iron, and the sound of their wings was as the sound of chariots of many horses running to battle. So those breastplates, that represents the metal, because those dog fighters, those planes, that were made out of metal. And if nowadays we got mufflers on cars, but if you remove the muffler from a car, you will see how loud it actually is. Back then they didn't have no mufflers, so those planes, it was real loud. Verse 10, and they had tails like unto scorpions, and there were stings in their tails, and their power was to hurt men 5 months. Those tails like unto scorpions that had stings, those represent the gunners. Verse 11, and they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. And that king is talking about Kaiser Wilhelm. Kaiser Wilhelm II, if I'm not mistaken. Kaiser is the German way of saying Caesar, and Caesar means king. And Kaiser Wilhelm, it's believed that he was also connected to the so-called royal family from out of England. And Abaddon and Apollyon means destroyer. So Kaiser Wilhelm was the Caesar, he was the king over this whole, over those locusts. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more after. One woe that's talking about World War I, the second woe is talking about World War II, and the third woe is talking about World War III. That's going to happen in our lifetime, that we're actually on the brink of right now as we speak, 2025.
13, and the 6th angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar which is before power, saying to the 6th angel which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the red river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the 3rd part of men. And that's talking about Esau and Edom. And the number of the army, when I say army, it's talking about missiles. It's talking about those missiles in formation. Of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number. So that's talking about them 200 missiles that's coming in formation. So Salakia, 200 million missiles that's coming in formation. 17. Unless I saw a horse in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth, and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lion, and out of their mouths issued fire, and smoke, and brimstone. By these three was the third part of men killed, by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. So obviously there is no such thing as a fire-breathing lion. But again, that goes into those ICBMs, that goes into the head of the ICBMs, that's going to send out those missiles and that's going to destroy everything. 19. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails. For their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. Those tails, like I said, represents the whole ICBM missile. But the mouth is the multiple warheads. 20. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear or walk. Neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornications, nor of their thefts. I was talking about the Edomites that wasn't killed by these things during World War I. You know, just like during this time, during World War III, all of the Edomites aren't going to be killed. A lot of them are, but you got the top elite Bacon families that's going to flee the country, and what's going to happen then? The 144,000 male prophets are going to come, and they're going to take them. They're going to grab them. They're going to snatch them up from out of their bunkers or wherever they hiding at. You know, because we're going to have spiritual power. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Zawan, we be a part of that number. And they're going to go into captivity. They're going to go into slavery for 1,000 years. And once that 1,000 years are done, they're going to be killed off as a people. They're going to no longer be a people. So with that being said, hopefully this video was edifying to the hopeful light. I'm going to stay shalom, and I'm going to move on to the next lesson.